Happy Halloween to everyone. Here are our Halloween crafts and craft ideas for you to do. To begin with, we have these cute little ceramic pumpkins that you can make with your pumpkins if you buy small pumpkins. Here's the different faces on them. Different faces that you can do to decorate your Halloween pumpkins. You can buy the small ones and they can use marker or paint or glitter to decorate with. Hi, Nan here again. Here are some of my ideas for Halloween, and I will give you an overview or a picture of everything so that you can get an idea of exactly which you would like to duplicate or copy. Not a problem. Different ideas. Of things that I have made and collected for Halloween. So there it is. That's all of them. And I'm sure I have more tucked away that I will bring out later to show you how to make. And have fun with the children doing it too. First we'll start off with ideas for the little ones. We'll work right up on to grade 6 too. I have ideas and activities for the older ones for Halloween as well. But for the little ones, if you want to start off with your paper plate, what I've done with this is I've taken a paper plate and we took, actually the children did, they took orange squares of tissue paper and they just glued it on the plate, and then I gave them an assortment of eyes, nose and mouth and stem, and they chose the ones that they wanted and they glued them on. And there's your jack-o'-lantern for Halloween for the little ones. Another one they can do is, if they want to, you can have them either paint or use marker or crayon, and they color this one. This again is a paper plate, and they colored it all orange to start with. Then we did the black, and they traced around the outside circle of the plate, and they added some more lines to make it look more like a pumpkin. And then they put the googly eyes on. You can see they're different sizes, but that's okay. It's their work. And then they made the nose and the mouth and the stem. And that's the paper plate pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns that we have. Now this is a cute idea. The huge tongue depressors. You can buy them at the dollar store, I'm sure. And same as all these little cat, skeleton, jack-o'-lantern, witch, ghost, bat. And then they just take the wide popsicle sticks or tongue depressors, I think they were what the doctor used to use, and they glue them on the four corners. Now you can have them already glued. You can use your glue gun, and that way they're nice and sturdy. Give them to the children. Give them a pile of all these little foamy things, and they can make their own. And they love it. Some of them put their own picture in of themselves when they were in their costume for Halloween time, and they hang it up. This is another one. Same idea. And they have a ball with that. In fact, they want to make 2 or 3, you'll find. Okay, if you're going to paper bags, this is one that I did that the kids have fun doing. Oh, I can't get it right here. There we go. Alright, you take your paper bag, like so. Okay, take your paper bag, paint it. Paint it all orange. If you want to, at the top part, you can put green up here or brown up here, because that will be your stem. That will be the top part of your pumpkin or your jack-o'-lantern. Okay, after they've painted it all orange, all over, paint the back, the front, even in the creases here at the side. Oh dear. There. Whoops. Sorry about that. Okay, even in the creases there at the side. Have them paint the entire paper bag. Then once it's dry, have them take newspaper and stuff it with newspaper. And once they've stuffed it with newspaper, they can glue on eyes, nose, mouth. You can cut different You can cut circles, you can cut diamonds, you can cut squares, you can cut triangles, you can cut different shaped mouths, and just put an assortment of them out and let them glue them on. And then what we did was, at the gathering here for the stem, take a green pipe cleaner, and as you see, I wrapped the pipe cleaner around my pencil, and that gave it the curly effect right here. And if you want to put more than one on, you could. If you want to add a construction paper leaf to it, you could. And there's their jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. Now, if you're having a party at your center or your class, this is one thing that I found that worked really well. Either a white paper bag or the brown, the usual paper bag color. Have the children, I drew first. It's almost just a circle, so if you can't draw very well, don't worry about it. Just make a circle and then put a stem on the top of it. And give it to the children. Have their names on it too, right here. Let the children color it all in and put in their eyes. You can use a game like this, or you can just have them draw them in. Color it, paint it, use markers, felt markers if you want, to color the orange and the green. And then when you're having your party just before Halloween time, have the children, when they're sharing their treats, put their treats in their bag. This is their bag with their name on it. Fold it down at the top. Fold it down at the top and staple it. And then there's their Halloween treat bag that they take home with them, so that their treats are all in one spot. And that way, when you're going around in the circle or around the classroom sharing the treats, because I'm sure the children love to bring treats at Halloween time to share with their buddies at school or at daycare or at your center, then they can put them in the bag and just take them home. And they're neat and tidy, and you just put them at the locker or the cubby where their clothes are, and they've got them to take them home. Easy as can be. Another thing you can do is you can take your paper bag. See, this side goes over underneath. And then you can take, I made a pumpkin like that, or a pumpkin like that, and have the children decorate it. And same idea. If you want to put their name down here on the paper bag, and then they decorate their jack-o'-lantern however they want. And again, you can put your candy in there, white bag, brown bag, whatever color bag you want, and everything's all together, and it really works well. Another activity that they have fun doing is you give them a piece of black paper, give them some white or yellow chalk, give them a game, some of those foamies, and they create their own picture for Halloween. And if they want to, they can color in the background with the chalk, and that's a cute picture for them for Halloween. With this activity, I took finger paint paper, or you could take white paper, and I cut the shape of a pumpkin out, then gave it to the children, and they have sponges, square sponges, they held them. We put a clothespin on the end of the sponge, and they dipped the sponge in paint, and then they dipped it all over their pumpkin, or their picture of a pumpkin. And then later on, if they want to add more to it, say with Q-tips, draw things on it with marker, they can do that, or they can fill the whole thing up, or they can just use squares, make squares. This is again the paint with the square sponges and clothes peg holding the sponge, so they can dip into the paint. They hold the clothespin, and then they don't get paint all over their fingers. They have fun with that one. This is similar to the wreath that we did for fall and for going back to school, and with the apples. You can either take a piece of black paper, or you can take a paper plate and just cut the strip, so you're just cutting half of it. And you take your pictures that you can find in a coloring book, or on stencils, or on dittos, or just coloring book pictures, and they color them, and then they glue them on. I've got your jack-o'-lantern, your owl, your ghost, and then they can hang this up with a string later on. So it hangs up like that, and they can hang it wherever they like. But the black paper works best, so if you want to take a large paper plate and color it black, and then just cut the edge of it out, and then chop it in half, that'll give you your moon. so that you have your shape to glue your Halloween